Stop believing MGM is struggling. They are executing the most ruthless corporate strategy in Las Vegas history. While you watch their stock price climb, and while their chief executive officer collects bonuses, they are systematically torching $50 million every month to achieve one goal: making sure working-class America never feels welcome in Las Vegas again. Bill Hornbuckle did not accidentally admit the model is broken during their earnings call. He was bragging. In this video, we will decode the Wall Street playbook that is turning every major casino into an exclusive country club, expose the leaked emails showing how they calculate the cost of customer elimination, and reveal why MGM considers their monthly $50 million losses an investment in Las Vegas's future without you. But here is the question that changes everything. If they are willing to lose $50 million every month to get rid of loyal customers, what makes you think they will stop there? The numbers from MGM's latest quarterly earnings tell a story that mainstream media is not covering. $50 million. That's how much MGM is losing every single month across their Las Vegas properties. In any normal business, this would be catastrophic. But look at their stock price, up 23% since these losses were announced. Wall Street is not panicking. They are celebrating. Why? Because these are not accidental losses. This is calculated sacrifice. During the earnings call, Bill Hornbuckle, MGM's chief executive officer, said they were comfortable operating with lower occupancy with the right people. Not the most people, not loyal customers. The right people. This is not a business struggling to stay afloat. It is a corporation executing a deliberate strategy to eliminate an entire customer demographic from their properties. And MGM is not alone. Caesars, Wynn, and virtually every major operator on the Strip are following the same playbook. We are witnessing the death of Vegas for everyone happening in real time, and it is all by design. To understand how we got here, we need to look at the timeline of events that transformed Vegas from America's playground to an exclusive retreat for the ultra-wealthy. It all started with the pandemic in 2020 and 2021. When COVID shut down the Strip, MGM discovered something that changed their entire business model. With severely limited capacity, they could operate at 30% occupancy, focus exclusively on wealthy guests, and actually increase their profit margins. A leaked internal memo from this period described the situation as a crisis that creates opportunity for customer base restructuring. By 2022, the strategy went public. MGM executives began openly discussing their premium guest strategy on Wall Street calls. Shareholders, hungry for higher margins, demanded the company focus exclusively on high-value customers. One by one, traditional casino operators who understood Vegas culture were replaced by financial analysts from New York who saw only numbers on a spreadsheet. The implementation phase hit in 2023 and 2024. This is when you started noticing the changes. Resort fees jumped from $25 to over $60 per night. Table minimums rose from $15 to $50 or higher. Free amenities were eliminated entirely or monetized at every turn. Loyalty programs were restructured to exclude all but the highest spenders. These were not accidental. They were not isolated incidents. They were coordinated components of a comprehensive strategy. And finally, in 2025, we got the confession. Hornbuckle admitted on an earnings call that the strategy is working exactly as intended. The $50 million in monthly losses have been reframed as optimization costs, the price of clearing out unwanted customers. Meanwhile, MGM executives received record bonuses for what they called successful customer segmentation. This was not a business evolution. It was a hostile takeover of Las Vegas itself. So what is really driving this transformation? It starts with Wall Street pressure. Quarterly earnings calls have become increasingly focused on a single metric: margin improvement. It does not matter if overall revenue drops, as long as the profit margin on the remaining customers is higher. Increases. Activist shareholders push executives to prioritize quality over quantity. While private equity firms demand asset maximization, corporates speak for squeezing maximum dollars from minimum customers. Then there is the Monaco model. Internal documents show MGM has been studying European luxury casino markets, particularly Monte Carlo, where exclusivity is the entire business model. Consultants have been advising them on how to transform Vegas from every man's playground to a billionaire's playground. One executive said in a private meeting that Monte Carlo does not worry about occupancy rates. They worry about who is occupying the rooms. The competitor effect accelerates everything. When MGM started implementing this strategy, Caesars Entertainment quickly followed, reducing their workforce by 25% to cut costs while raising prices. Wynn doubled down on their ultra-luxury positioning. Now there is industry-wide coordination to eliminate what they internally call undesirable customer segments, meaning anyone who does not spend thousands per day. Perhaps most disturbing is the real estate angle. Strip properties have become too valuable to waste on low-margin gambling. Land prices are driving a need for maximum revenue per square foot. The long-term vision isn't even about casinos anymore. It is about converting Vegas into a luxury real estate market where gambling is just an amenity, not the core business. Behind these cold corporate strategies are real people experiencing a profound betrayal. Let's hear some of their stories. Mark from Chicago played at MGM Properties for 15 years. He said, "I used to be treated like family. Now they look at me like I'm a criminal for betting $25 hands. Last month they told me my play no longer qualifies for comps I've been getting for a decade." Susan from Phoenix shared, "I used to get comped rooms for my play. Now they charge me $200 in resort fees and parking for a $99 room. It's like they're actively trying to make me feel unwelcome." These are not isolated incidents. Casino workers are confirming the strategy. A cocktail waitress who asked to remain anonymous said that management explicitly told staff to focus on premium customers and basically ignore anyone not betting thousands. They track how we spend our time, and they reprimand us for serving too many small players. A dealer with 20 years of experience said that we have been trained to make low-limit players feel unwelcome. Slow play, fewer smiles, less engagement. It is heartbreaking because these were our loyal customers for years. Even security is part of the plan. A guard confided that management wants staff to discourage loitering by regular folks. If someone is not spending big, staff are supposed to make sure they do not stay long. The backlash is building online. A Reddit thread titled "MGM Hates Their Customers" garnered 50,000 upvotes in 24 hours. The Twitter hashtag Vegas Betrayal Exposed is trending nationwide. Facebook groups are organizing boycotts of MGM properties, with tens of thousands pledging never to return. Industry whistleblowers are confirming our worst suspicions. A former MGM executive who left the company over ethical concerns said that the $50 million loss is really an investment in customer elimination. They have calculated exactly how much it costs to make certain people never come back, and they consider it worth every penny. The strategy is not just changing who visits Vegas. It is destroying the entire ecosystem that made Vegas work. The economic impact is devastating. Over 40,000 service jobs have been eliminated in the last 18 months as casinos operate with skeleton crews. Local restaurant revenue is down 60% from reduced foot traffic. Small businesses that depended on casino overflow are filing for bankruptcy at record rates. Worker displacement has reached crisis levels. Experienced dealers who once earned solid middle-class incomes are now driving rideshare or delivering food. Hotel housekeeping staff have seen their hours cut by 70%. Tip-dependent workers report losing up to 80% of their income as customer volume plummets. The community destruction extends beyond the Strip. Local charities that depended on casino donations are losing major funding sources. Vegas neighborhoods are becoming unaffordable for the very workers who staff the casinos. Multi-generational Vegas families are being forced to leave the city their grandparents helped build. Internationally, the damage is spreading. Canadian tourism to Vegas is down 35% as formerly loyal visitors lead boycotts. European package tours are canceling their Vegas stops. International gambling revenue that used to flow to Nevada is now shifting to Singapore and Macau, where regular players still feel welcome. But here is the ultimate irony. Even wealthy customers are beginning to avoid Vegas. High rollers who used to love the energy and excitement of the Strip are complaining that it feels sterile and artificial. The authentic Vegas experience that attracted them in the first place is disappearing. Whale players are increasingly choosing destinations with authentic energy instead of the manufactured exclusivity Vegas now offers. MGM's target demographic is finding Vegas boring and soulless, according to internal surveys. Now let us talk about what MGM and Wall Street do not want you to understand about this strategy. The real numbers tell a different story than what they present publicly. Those $50 million a month in losses generate approximately $200 million in quarterly tax write-offs. The customer segments they have eliminated represented $2 billion in annual revenue, but focusing exclusively on premium players has increased their profit margins by 400% on the remaining customers. The math is brutally simple. Fewer customers spending more equals higher profits. The long-term strategy is even more alarming. Internal documents outline 3 phases. Phase 1 was pricing out the middle class, which is now complete. Phase 2, currently in progress, involves converting traditional casino space to luxury retail and dining. Phase 3, planned for 2026 to 2030, aims to transform Vegas into an international luxury destination that bears little resemblance to the Las Vegas we have known. But there are solutions that terrify these corporations. Coordinated customer boycotts could force a strategy reversal if they become widespread enough. Local gaming regulations could mandate affordable gambling options. Worker organizing could demand profit-sharing models instead of customer elimination strategies. We are already seeing alternatives that work. Stations, casinos, focusing on locals, is proving that a welcoming approach remains profitable. Smaller operators like South Point are thriving with their everyone welcome philosophy. Downtown Las Vegas is experiencing revitalization based on authentic, affordable experiences that remind visitors of what made Vegas special in the first place. The corporations are betting that resistance will be fragmented and ineffective. They are counting on our silence as they transform Vegas into something unrecognizable. But if enough people understand what is really happening, that calculation could change. Overnight, MGM's $50 million a month burn is not a failure. It is a declaration of war against working-class America. They are betting you will quietly accept being priced out of the city your loyalty built. They are counting on your silence while they transform Vegas into a sterile playground for billionaires. Every time you share stories of being priced out, every review detailing the decline in service, every boycott that impacts their bottom line, these actions build pressure on corporations to remember who really built Las Vegas. Were you betrayed by a casino that used to welcome you? Share your story below. Every comment builds momentum against these devastating policies. If this video exposed the truth they do not want you to know, smash that. Hit the like button and subscribe so we can keep digging into their schemes. The more of us who refuse to stay silent, the harder it becomes for them to pretend we do not matter. Together, we are the resistance they never saw coming. And remember, if they are willing to lose $50 million a month just to get rid of you, what else are they willing to sacrifice in pursuit of their vision for a Vegas without you in it? The answer should terrify anyone who ever loved what Las Vegas represented. A place where everyone, regardless of wealth or status, could experience a taste of the good life. That Las Vegas is disappearing by design. But it is not gone yet. And if enough of us stand together, we might just save it before it is too late.